to one and all. Take down this problem. A system consists of two plants connected by a transmission line. The total load located at the plant 2 is as shown in the figure. The data of evaluating loss coefficient consists of information that a power transfer of 100 megawatt from station 1 to station 2 results in the total loss of 8 megawatt. The ICFs, that is incremental fuel cost of two plants, are given by DC1 divided by DP1 is equal to 0.12 PG1 plus 65 rupees per megawatt hour. Next, DC2 divided by DP2 is equal to 0.2 PG2 plus 25 rupees per megawatt hour. Here, they have given two plants. This is the two buses, one and second bus. This is a transmission line. Load is at the second bus. When 212.5 megawatt received by the load, find the savings in rupees per hour obtained by coordinating the transmission losses. Rather, matrix PL is equal to PG1 into PG2 into B11, B12, B21, B22 into PG1 and here PG2. Since the load is at the bus number 2, PG2 will not have effect on PL. So PL is equal to B11 into PG1 square plus 2 into B12 PG1 PG2 plus B22 into PG2 square. Next, from this, because since the load is at the bus 2, PG2 will not have effect on PL. So these two factors gets neglected. So these two factors get neglected. Here, these two factors get neglected. So load is at bus 2 now. So PG2 will not have effect on PL. So only we'll take here wrongly given. So only we'll take B11 and PG1 square. So PL is equal to B11 into PG1 square. Take this as equation number 1. So here PL given in the problem as 8. PL given in the problem as 8 megawatt. So total loss given is as 8 megawatt. So here you need to substitute 8 here. So PL is 8, B11 as it is, PG1 squared. So PG1 is 100. So 100 square. So B11 is equal to 8 divided by 100 square. That is 0.0008 megawatt inverse. Now substitute B11 in equation 1. Substitute B11 in equation number 1. So we'll get a PL is equal to 0.0008 PG1 square. So here B1 we substitute in equation 1, we'll get 0.0008 PG1 square. Next, condition for optimality, L1 into DC1 divided by DPG1 is equal to L2 into DC2 divided by DPG2 is equal to lambda. That you take it as equation number 2. Since PL is not a function of P1 alone, so L1 is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus dou PL divided by PG1. So PL also we are taking here. That is loss also we are taking here. And here loss formula already we know, that is dou PL divided by dou PG1. That is 0.0016 into P1. So that we already know. That is with respect to P1 already we know. Next, L2 is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus dou PL divided by dou PG2. So dou PL divided by dou PG2 is equal to 0 because there is no that equation, that is loss equation. So in this equation there is no, in this equation there is no, with respect to loss there is no PG2. So dou PL divided by dou PG2 is equal to 0. This equation, this equation, that is PL is equal to 0.0008 into PG1 square. In this equation, there is no PG2. So that will become 0. PG1 is there, that you need to calculate it. So that you need to substitute it. That is 0.0008 into PG1 square. That you need to substitute over here. Next, this factor will become 0. So L2 is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus 0. That is L2 is equal to 1. So here what we need to do is substitute L1 and L2 in equation number 2. Equation 2 we need to substitute. That is equation 2. Here it is equation 2. We need to substitute L1 and L2. We need to substitute here. Yeah, so if you substitute here 1 divided by 1 minus 0.0016 Pg1 square into this, yeah, here this equation is there now, dC1 divided by dPg1, that is given in the problem. So that you need to substitute over here. So if you substitute and equal to L2, you need to substitute 1, and dC2 divided by dP2, that you need to substitute over here. Simplifying, so you will get the equation like this. Again, further simplifying, that is 0.12 Pg1 plus 65 is equal to 0.25 Pg2 plus 75 minus 0.004 Pg1 Pg2 minus 0.0012 Pg1. This is the equation we got. So again, we just to simplify, that is 0.12 Pg1 plus 0.0012 Pg1 minus 0.25 Pg2 plus 0.004 Pg1 Pg2, that is equal to this 75 minus 65, that is from that previous equation. Again, while simplifying, you will get 0.1188 Pg1 minus 0.25 Pg2 plus 0.0004 Pg1 Pg2, that is equal to 10. So take this as equation number 3. This is the function, that is F1. This is the function of F1 of Pg1 comma Pg2, that is equal to 10. Now Pg1 plus Pg2 is equal to Pd plus PL. So Pg1 plus Pg2 is equal to Pd, what given in the problem, that is 212.5. PL also previously we calculated. This is 0.0008 P1 square. Further simplification, you will get Pg1 plus Pg2 minus 0.0008 Pg1 square. That is equal to 212.5. That is the function of, that is a function of P1 and P2. That is F2 of P1 comma P2. That is 212.5. Let us solve by using the NR method, Newton-Raphson method. That is del F is equal to J into del P. So del F is equal to, this is the function, change in the function. So how 10 minus F1 of Pg1 come up, Pg2 comes means from this, from this F1 of Pg1 comma Pg2 is equal to 10. So change in the function is 10 minus F1 of Pg1 comma Pg2. Next, similarly, from this F2, the change in function is nothing but 212.5 minus F2 of Pg1 comma Pg2. Now we need to calculate Jacobian matrix by using the Newton-Raphson method. Newton-Raphson method already previously we have explained clearly. That video also I will give in the description. You just go and watch. Now Jacobian matrix J is equal to dou F1 divided by dou Pg1, dou F1 divided by dou Pg2, dou F2 divided by dou Pg1, next to dou F2 divided by dou Pg2. To find the initial estimate, let us solve the problem without loss. We need to solve the problem without loss. So what we are doing is we are taking this equation, that is 0.12 Pg1 plus 65 is equal to 0. That is dC1 divided by Pg1 plus dC2 divided by dPg2 is equal to lambda is there. Na? So that two equation we are taking. Okay, so that is equal to, that is dC1 divided by dPg1 is equal to dC2 divided by dPg2. So that same values we are substituting. So and also Pg1 plus Pg2 is equal to the demand, that is 212.5. So this two equation we are while simplifying, this equation becomes 0.12 Pg1 minus 0.25 Pg1 is equal to 10. This 5 and 6. This you take as 5. This you take as 6. This two equation we are further solved. After solving this equation 5 and 6, we'll get a initial value of Pg1 is equal to 170.6081 megawatt. Next, Pg2 is equal to 41.8918 megawatt. So next, after first iteration, so here del F naught, you know, this is already know. So after first iteration, this after first iteration, you'll get a substitute Pg1 0 and Pg2 0, that is initial values, that is in equation 3 and 4. Equation 3 and 4 were, here. This equation, we need to substitute in the functions. Okay, so substitute this Pg1 naught and Pg2 naught in the previous equations. So we'll get the answer as yeah, here. We'll get the answer as minus 5.51 and here also 23.29. So that is del, that is change in the function del f naught is equal to minus 5.51. Next here it is 23.29. Next del f is equal to j into del p. So here you need to, we already calculated j. Sorry, we didn't calculated j. So we need to calculate j. Okay, we need to calculate J and also we need to take inverse. So first we need to take the calculate the J. So J is equal to this, you know, dou F1 divided by dou PG1, dou F1 divided by dou PG2, next dou F2 divided by dou PG1, next dou F2 divided by dou PG2. Now, as we need to calculate dou F1 divided by dou PG1 is equal to that we need to already given. So we need to substitute PG2 as that initial value 41.89 megawatt. We got no this initial value. Yeah, here this values we need to substitute over here. Okay, so after substituting, you will get the answer as 0.135. That is dou F1 divided by dou PG1 is equal to 0.135. Similarly, dou F1 divided by dou PG2 is equal to the same thing equation, you know. Similarly, we are substituting PG1 not, you know, 170.60 megawatt that we are substituting and we are getting the answers minus 0.1817. Next, dou F2 divided by dou PG1 is equal to, this is the equation. This we are substituting the dPg1 not. So this dPg not while substituting, we'll get the answer as 0.727. Similarly, dou F2 divided by dou PG2 is equal to 1 minus 0 because already we calculated. So this values we need to substitute in this Jacobian matrix. So Jacobian matrix is 0.135 minus 0.1817. Here 0.727. Here it is 1. So here we need to take the inverse for this Jacobian matrix. So because del P is equal to J inverse into del F naught. So inverse we need to calculate. Inverse how to calculate? So inverse 1 divided by modulus of A. Modulus of A, this into this and this into this. And we need to change the symbol, that is minus on. So minus here, minus is there. So here is plus. So 0.3135 plus this into this. This into this, we need to just multiply it and you'll get the answer like 1 divided by 0.2670. And this what you need to do is for 2 cross 2 matrix, how to calculate the 1 divided by modulus of A into adjoint of A. So adjoint of A, how to calculate? Just you need to reverse this 1 to here and this term whatever is there to here, and this you need to change the sign. So just what we did is we just reverse this. This we kept here. This element comes here, and this we need to change the signs. So that only we did here, and this is the change in the function that already we calculated. Change in the function already we calculated. That we are going to substitute here. So here we need to simplify this. So we'll simplify 0.2670 and we need to multiply this. So 1 cross 1 matrix will come. So just you need to multiply this. That is minus 5.51 plus 0.1871 into 23.29. Here similarly here also 5.51 into 0.727 plus 0.135 into 23.29. Just we need to just to simplify this, you'll get the matrix like this. That is you get the matrix as minus 4.7872, here 26.57. So that is the change in the P. That is nothing but del into PG1 naught. That is del into PG2 naught. That is this value in megawatt. That is change in the values. Now we need to calculate PG1 dash and a PG2 dash. That is nothing but that the old value plus change in this value that already we did in our Newton-Raphson method. Now the generation value, this already initial values, you know, that same thing you need to substitute the calculated value, change in the generation value, we calculate that you need to substitute it. And simplifying this, you'll get the initial value, that is PG1 dash is equal to 165.8128 megawatt and PG2 as 68.46 megawatt. This is the values we got in the first iteration. Like this, we need to do some 5 iteration or 6 iteration like that, then only the mere values will come. Similar kind of iteration problem already we solved. That also I will give in the description. That also you watch once. So we need to do some more iteration. This you take as a homework. Who are watching this video, you take as a homework. You need to solve this by calculating all these things. So you need to do some 4 or 5 iteration until the same values continues. Then you need to solve the iteration. But for time being, I am taking the same values. Now, we need to calculate lambda. We need to calculate lambda also because lambda not given in the problem. So we need to calculate lambda. How to calculate lambda means that L2 into DC2 divided by dP2 is equal to lambda. That already we have seen. So where L2 is 1, we already calculated. Just to substitute it here, DC2 divided by dP2, that you need to substitute. Here, while substituting and taking PG2 as this value, PG2 as 68.46 megawatt. And we calculated lambda is equal to 38.692 rupees per megawatt hour. This is the value of lambda. Whether you got the same answer or not, you tell in the comment whether you got the same answer or not. Now we calculated lambda. Now we need to calculate the cost and also savings obtained. Now how to calculate the cost means cost DC1 divided by DP1 DPG1 given in the problem. DC1 divided by DPG1 is given in the problem. Now we need to calculate C1. Okay, how to calculate C1? Already the same similar kind of problem we have seen. That is DC1 divided by DP1 given in the problem. DC2 divided by DP2 given in the problem. Already we have seen similar kind of problem. How to calculate the C1? C1 is equal to integration. We need to do the integration of that two values. So whatever the initial values and whatever the values we got, that we need to integrate and we need to calculate the C1. Yeah, like this. So C1 is equal to that that DC1 divided by DP1, that value you need to substitute over it. That is 0.12 PG1 plus 65 into DPG1. So here limits how to choose the limit in the sense this whatever the value we got, that is 165.8128, 165.8128, that value we got, that we need to take it as lower limit. And this is the initial value we got, 178.6081 megawatt, that also we got in the initial value. This how to integrate it, that is if you integrate 0.12 the PG1 square divided by 2 plus 61 into PG1. You need to substitute this upper limit and lower limit. So while substituting this upper limit and lower limit, you'll get the answer as 408.488 rupees per megawatt hour. You just tell in the comment whether you got the same cost or not. Similarly, C2 is equal to this integration already we got the value 41.8918 megawatt and 68.446 megawatt in the initial values. This is the recent values without losses that we calculate, that value we got. So this is the already given in the problem, that is DC2 divided by DPG2, that is 0.2 into PG2 plus 25, that already given in the problem. Just you need to integrate, that is 0.2 into PG square divided by 2 plus 25 into PG2. Here, lower limit, upper limit, you need to substitute. Upper limit, you need to substitute. And you after simplification, that is, you will get to 2180.1771 minus 1398.2795. So you will get the answer as C2 answer is 781.897 rupees per megawatt hour. So what is the total savings obtained? That is total cost CT is equal to C1 plus C2. That is FT is equal to F1 plus F2. Similarly, is this given notation given as C. So total cost CT is equal to C1 plus C2. So whatever the two costs we need to add, simply we add, you'll get the total saving obtained is 1190.385 rupees per megawatt hour. This is the second part. They asked us total saving obtained, that also we calculated, and also they asked the lambda value, that also we calculated. Lambda value not given the problem, that also you need to calculate from the this thing. So like this problem, you need to solve the this kind of problem like this. So this kind of problem they may ask in your exams. They may ask to do one iteration, or they may give assignments also. So you need to read the questions clearly, and you need to solve the